My name is Belinda Wasser, also known as RocketGirl. Today, we're going to talk about how to make sure you don't overwhelm your prospects. When you're getting started as a virtual assistant and someone asks you what you do, or if you can do something, it is really hard not to overwhelm them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you what I used to do and what I do now that works. So imagine you're on a 30-minute free consultation call. Somebody, they're also known as discovery calls. Someone is on the phone with you and they want to hear about your business and they want to hear about, do you have experience doing certain things? And here's what can happen. The first thing is that I wasn't clear about how to talk about my work. So I would just keep talking. Instead of just giving a simple answer, I would just completely overwhelm them. And the first few times that happened, I didn't really notice. However, over time, I would come to realize there was a point where they would just sort of stop talking, and it was because I had overtalked. So you want to be really careful not to do that. Another mistake that people make is trying to get hired right then. The point of a 30-minute discovery call or free consultation is yes, you want to get hired. Yes, you're looking for clients, but you're not selling. Selling doesn't feel good to anyone. What you're really trying to do is see if you're a good fit. And if you're not, potentially helping them find someone who is. So when you're trying to get hired and trying to say just the right thing in the moment so that that person will just want to work with you, it usually doesn't work. So don't try to get hired right then. Trying to impress. This is the worst. We're afraid that the fraud police is right outside of our door. And we think, we really have to kind of whip out all of our examples and all of the things we've done from the very beginning of our career. Don't try to impress them. You want to be impressive, but that's different from trying to impress them. I hope you see the difference there. Being impressive is being confident and able to talk about things. Trying to impress is sort of jumping up and down, like a puppy. So you don't want to do that. Okay. And then the last thing, I touched on this briefly, you don't want to give too many examples of your work. If they ask you, can you do email newsletters? You can say, yes, I've done them for a variety of clients over the years. Versus, well, I did one for this person, I did one for that person, and then I did this one, and then I did that one, but that didn't really work out very well. But in the end, it was all fine. So you just want to boom, yes, I can. And if they ask for examples, show them just three, even if you've done a million. So now I want to talk about what works. So I think we've covered what doesn't work. So trying to impress them, talking too much, not being able to speak clearly about your work, trying to get hired in that moment. So here's what I found works. You need to practice talking about your work out loud. And I know it's uncomfortable, and I know everyone probably feels a little silly doing it, but it's really critical to practice it out loud so that someone asks you about it. You've thought about what you want to say, what's important. You're just digging inside of yourself to get the same answer every single time. Really critical. You also want to keep your answers short. Yes, no, I have experience with that. You don't want to be, sort of blathering on because it's completely overwhelming. You don't want to think out loud. You don't want to, if they ask you a question and you're not sure, you don't want to problem solve it right in front of them. You can either say, let me get back to you. That's fine. Or you can say, give me a minute. I just want to think about that, and pull yourself together. Really take a minute and pull together your answer so that you're not thinking out loud, because most of us, when we think out loud, it's not a clear path and it's overwhelming. If in doubt, what I meant was, if in doubt, don't say it out loud. If, you know how sometimes you're talking to someone, you think, I could say this, but I'm not sure as soon as you're not like for that nanosecond that you're not sure, just don't say it. Err on the side of using fewer words and adding more as the conversation needs them. It is so much more, what's the word I want to use? Rewarding when you are able to meet someone where they are, talk to them, listen to them, not have an agenda, just to see if you're a good fit for them. And those are the best clients. So I really encourage you to treat this like a conversation, and I think you're going to get great results. Before we leave, I just want to make sure everyone here knows about my free online classroom. We live over on Facebook. It's called the Virtual Assistant Connection. To find us, just type the Virtual Assistant Connection in the top search bar on Facebook, and you'll be taken right to our group, and you can hit the join button. If you're watching us on YouTube, please hit the subscribe button right now so you'll be notified every time we go live. And if you are watching on Periscope, welcome. For any of you who have comments, please just put them, or thoughts, put them right in the comments, tag me, and I'll be sure to circle around. I'd love to hear what you think about this really important topic. Until next time, I'm Belinda Wasser, Rocket Girl, signing off. Bye-bye.